Alright, this is the Twiddle Scratch. Alright, that's basically the Twiddle Scratch. What you're basically getting is a sound that sounds like a double click flare, because you're pretty much doing the same thing as a double click flare. You're tapping against the wall twice, twice forward, twice back, but you're doing it with these 3 fingers instead of using your thumb so much. You're using these 2 fingers. It's kind of like a crab, pretty much, except you're using 2 fingers. So if you already know how to do a crab, you can do the twiddle. Reverse, the way I found easy to do it, this is why I put it up, was because I'm right-handed. So for those of you who are right-handed and put your left hand on the fader, it's a little hard, because I realized I could crab with my right hand right off the bat. You know, I get on that side, I could crab easy when I first started, but couldn't do it with my left hand. It was hard. But what I could do was do it in reverse, just because the wall is a point of reference for you, and it's easy to just smack it against the wall and have it bounce back open. Now that's doing the twiddle with the fader open, and that's what'll give you the double click sound, starting with the fader open. Just like a crab, it gives that effect, that flowing effect of the sound. That's the crab, with starting with the fader open, and the twiddle would be the same except with 2 fingers. Now you could do the twiddle against the wall with 2 fingers too, just like you can do the crab. The crab would sound like this, and the twiddle would be like this. And what I found was helpful was, since I'm right-handed also, I could transform real fast with my right hand, you know, like, I can't do that with my left hand. It's not as fast, it's not my strong hand. So I twiddle with it, which you keep your thumb against the wall lightly, don't hold it too hard, and you just tap back and forth with your 2 fingers. And, you know, but the twiddle I'm explaining right now is the one you do with the fader starting open, and you bring it back to give it that double click flare sound. When I did it in reverse, when I first started, I realized it was easy because you could bounce it off the wall easier. And same thing with the crab. It's just easier in reverse for me. Might be for you too, might not. I don't know. So what I had to do was figure out how I basically looked at the way I did it in reverse and see how I could do it normally. Now what I realized is this motion you have to get to do the twiddle. That's what helped me a lot, is this motion where you're basically, what you're doing is your thumb is going to want to be strong. It's going to want to be a little hard off the wall, which won't give that effect. It might you know, just keep it against the wall. So you want your thumb to start to get loose, get the idea of having it back against the wall, you know. So this motion is kind of what you're looking for, but it might not be. It's different for everyone. This is what helped me. So basically, and what you're doing with this finger is when you twiddle, you're dragging it out and letting your thumb loose. So you're dragging it out, and just like a double click flare, it could be delayed too. You could delay it. Double click flare delay would be, and twiddle delay would be. And yeah, I guess that's it. That's the twiddle. Little music one more time. Oh yeah, I forgot. You could also do it just like original flare type of thing, where usually the twiddle you go forward and back. You go forward twiddle, back twiddle. You could also go where you just twiddle forward and then drag it back, kind of like original flare. Where you're clicking on the way up and dragging on the way back. And that's the twiddle. Alright,